Now that the crisis has spread to a global level, then we're certainly seeing damage in European markets in particular, but also in Middle Eastern markets. One scenario where there's very limited spread could see revenue losses of more than 60 billion, but we could see something in excess of 100 billion should this spread be wider. We are going to see a much bigger hit, more damage to Asia-Pacific Airlines. So we're expecting a loss of something like 13% of passenger numbers in 2020, which in financial terms means a loss of something like $28 billion, which is a very large proportion of revenues for Asia-Pacific. So this is a very serious cash flow shock to the Asia-Pacific Airlines. But we're seeing similar declines. The airlines are reporting similar declines in forward bookings for the Italian market to what we've seen in China. So we are seeing this serious decline in bookings and revenues outside of Asia Pacific now that this has spread more widely. So even in that more limited case, we're expecting to see losses in excess of $60 billion in revenues for the industry, which is around about 11% of global passenger revenues. So again, that's a serious shock. It's double what we had been expecting for just the Asia Pacific region, as now this situation affects airlines globally. We see all of the countries with cases of more than 10 develop in a much more serious way along the lines that we've seen happening in China, in which case we could see the effect on revenues exceed 100 billion, around about 19% of global passenger revenues. This would be a revenue shock equivalent to what was seen in the global financial crisis.